friends back in Detroit who are Democrats, I want to ask you just one simple question. You can't deny the power of God on this man's life. You can't deny that God protected him. You cannot deny that it was a millimeter miracle that was able to save this man's life. President Donald Trump, he came during his birthday weekend. Let me ask you a question. Grand old party, what would you do for your birthday if you were worth $6.7 billion? What would you do for your birthday? Would you come to Detroit? Would you come into the hood? He came to the hood because he cares about average, everyday Americans.
What in the 3 levels of hell was that bullshit right there? First of all, as a person who has deconstructed from Christianity and helping others to do so also the same, it is Christians like you, beyond our studies, beyond the fact that we study this book, beyond the fact that we study archaeology, we study history, it is then the final nail in the coffin is Christians like you who will personify the idea that this millimeter miracle, which is a good little catch that you want to use there, but this millimeter miracle that your God performed to save Donald Trump's life is a sure sign of God, that your God exists. Of all the utter nonsensical bullshit and the 3rd level of hell mentality that you have to try to promote a party which demonstrates that you don't give 2 rats' asses about a God that's supposed to be love, about people who are supposed to be loved, about love your neighbor, about thou shalt not kill, and all your other little bullshit that you try to claim the high moral ground, because what you should have been talking about is Cory. Cory Complatore, and I might be saying his last name wrong, so please forgive me for that one. But you should be talking about Cory. Because evidently your God didn't give 2 shits about Cory. While Cory dove on his family to shield his wife and his daughter from the gunman, from the shots being fired, and died shielding his wife and daughter. This former Army reservist, this former fire chief, who was still working as a volunteer fireman, this guy is who you should be talking about. But you're not talking about him. You know why? Because your God doesn't demonstrate his love by this guy. Donald Trump ducked, and just to save himself, this man shielded his family. This man said that my wife and my daughter are worth me giving my life over. This guy, Cory. But see, that doesn't fit your political agenda of trying to now make Donald Trump have some street cred with black people. And that's what that whole last statement was about. Is about Donald Trump pandering to black people by trying to act like he got some street cred because he not survived a shooting like he Tupac. That's what you're trying, like he 50 Cent. That's the pandering that he's doing, and that's the bullshit that y'all are believing. But you're so caught up into political parties and division that the person who is part of your agenda, the person who supported your agenda and was collateral damage if this was staged, he should be on the tips of everybody's tongue. He should be a name that everybody should know. He's an example of what a man is supposed to do in the face of danger, and that is to make sure that his wife and daughter are taken care of, are shielded, to protect them at all costs. And in this case, it was the cost of his life. But instead, y'all are using this time to pander for votes. You're using this time to damn near, to deify Donald Trump. Now, I don't care if you vote Republican, and I don't care if you vote Democrat. But what I do care about is bullshit. This man is the true hero of the day. And your God didn't get 2 shits about the fact that now his wife is a widow. Now his daughter doesn't have his father, because the man was only 50 years old. He's 2 years younger than me. I don't know if this is his mother or his mother-in-law, but she's lost a son. One of the worst things that a parent will ever have to imagine is outliving their children. No parent wants to outlive their children. But she has to deal with that. She's now a widow. The daughter would not have her father with her because he shielded his family like a real man would. But y'all want to talk about Donald Trump coming to the hood. And the fact that you just personifying the idea that the hood means black people. And a billionaire on his birthday. He's running for president. Birthdays don't freaking matter. You're an embarrassment as a human being. And for all Christians out there who are watching this, that man should be an embarrassment to your religion. But hey, y'all have a great, wait a minute, Cory, as a Marine, I salute you. You made the ultimate sacrifice that we all pledge our lives to do. I salute you, Cory. And my condolences goes out to the family. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.